fucking only Spotify shows up. Fuck.
Alright. Anybody need to get
Strange.
water? Other types of supplements? Maybe a vitamin C pill?
Are you lacking orange?
Should we should take a moment to plug Lesson Learn's supplements.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm not gonna figure out.
recreation. Sorry, I keep calling it Lesson Learned. That's my other friend's podcast.
Wait, you were cheating on us? You were cheating?
Yeah.
No, dude, this years ago. I swear, it was years ago.
Can I just like plug my Twitch even though I don't stream?
Of course.
Or I could and then immediately stream. Actually, no, I have to go to bed after this. I have work at 7 in the morning tomorrow.
Damn. I get work at 8 in the morning tomorrow.
Listen, mine is earlier. I win. I have a worse health life. Shut up.
I sleep until 9, man.
Damn.
Yeah.
And drink every day.
I only have one morning shift and it sucks ass, but like whatever. I really wish I had more morning shifts, but my fucking coworker Mario takes all of them, and he's not even fucking Italian, and his name Mario.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Tobias is Italian.
Dude, Tobias, have you discussed how you feel about Italian men once they get married on the podcast yet?
What?
Yeah, it happens.
Wait,
what?
I'm confused. This seems like a really weird. What?
So there's like a
Tobias
little
is Italian.
curse. Yeah, there's a curse with Italian men.
Oh, yeah.
When we get married, when we're young, we're studs. Okay.
Yeah, I know that. I am one.
Oh yeah. So you probably realize this, that when you get married,
Yeah.
all of a sudden you just get really big and start balding.
I think that's called alcoholism, but okay.
Yeah, it might be that too.
I don't know what to tell you, Chief. That's kind of like Italians are known for their fine wines. I wouldn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
And they
like
live
put it
on
back.
this. Like the Southern Italians live in the sea. They're just gonna have beer with them, all right, and they're gonna fish all day, all right. And Northern Italians are rich fucks that we all hate, all right. We don't care.
Yes. Oh my God, this is great.
All right. Listen. All right. I already know the fucking deal. All right. If you ever met a man named Mr. Magnifico, and I know Magnifico means fucking amazing in Italian, or fucking he's a man among men, and he is an Italian man who got married and didn't get big, but he went bald and has a fucking killer beard and mustache combo.
Shit.
And he's all about fucking philosophy, and I love him. He was the greatest Italian teacher ever.
Damn. Yeah. That would be wild, dude.
If
Yeah,
he was
I
on
gotta
this
find
podcast,
that.
he would rip you guys a new one. But he would also talk about how like the new generation is very like handheld and shit. Like their hands get held and shit like that.
Yeah. I for a second I thought you were talking about like.
Nah, we already know we had the
technology.
DS. We already know we got
a PlayStation porting.
Dude,
Yeah.
the new generation is the PS6, and it's got 20 frames per second. Not gonna lie.
I wonder if you're a boomer, like video games.
Huh?
That's what the Atari is.
No, the Atari was after Boomer still.
Yeah, that's like
That was
Gen X video.
That was
game.
Gen X.
But
And
like,
then-
do they just like play Monopoly all day, or what do they do?
No. You see, my dad's a boomer. He plays golf. All right.
Ah, I forgot about golf.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Don't. He's
Oh, the
going on a-
golf, the
You know what's
golf, the
funny?
golf.
He's going on a golf trip this weekend. So
Wow.
yeah. He's doing a dad thing, and he's living life.
Yeah, my dad. He was so close to being a boomer. Really lucked out.
Yeah.
And then he turned out to be an alpha Chad Buddhist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he joined the Marlboro alumni group.
Oh.
Oh shit.
It
Yeah.
went down after that.
What's it called? My mom was really close to being a boomer. She just became a Karen instead.
That's kind
Oh,
of
shit.
true.
Oh, shit.
But that's okay.
That's very unfortunate.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Everyone needs one Karen in their life to remind them. Don't be a Karen.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah,
But,
it's
like-
sort of like humanity's struggle. It's not really.
You can't get away from it. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe Gen Z will like eradicate that when all the other old people are dead. But like, I don't know. The boomer doomer corona hasn't. It's calmed down. It's got mild strains, so our chances of getting rid of them all it's gone down a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. When's the podcast starting? So I can start.
When
Talent.
people start recording.
I've been
Understood.
recording for like 15.
Oh fuck!
Oh my god.
Oh god! Wait, this wasn't supposed to be a part of the podcast. Shit, I was supposed to be telling really bad stories about how I puke a lot. Fuck. All right.
We've got
Alright.
a strong introduction that I can edit into bloopers.
All right. Perfect. I thought there was gonna be like a introduce yourself sort of thing, so I'd know when to like be quiet and shit.
Well,
God,
we need
oh,
T
fuck.
Penny to pop that sick recreation intro.
Oh yeah, once T Penny does the intro, we'll start really.
What?
Okay.
You want me to
Yeah.
do an intro?
Yeah, do an intro.
Do your signature.
Bring us in. Bring.
Does
All
he
right,
have his own-
what is my signature intro?
You know it. Just do it.
Do it.
Okay,
Just
okay.
play-
Oh,
play-
of course, my
Play the start of
signature-
roundabout. Play the start of roundabout.
Yeah. All right. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the Recreation Nation. We've got another great recreation podcast coming for you. Coming to you straight from Discord, from all over the United States. We've got we've got to get the Recreation podcast going again. So everybody, introduce yourselves. Let's go. We've got Tobias.
I don't like this.
I'm not sure. Hey.
All right, that's Tobias Lion Callow. Next,
Yes.
we've got Alex.
Yo, what's good?
All right, thank you, Alex. We've got Eamon. Eamon in the house.
Hi. Yeah.
All
that's it.
right, thank you for that, Eamon. All right, next up we have Praneet.
Hey, I love Tobias.
All right, and after that we have Matt.
This podcast is getting 0 views from that entire fucking intro. Hi. Can we record a new intro, or are we just gonna? roll
Fuck
with
you,
that?
Matt. All right. So let's get this going. All right. Yeah. What's poppin', Recreation Nation? It's your boy and all the other boys. You may have noticed that we're on Discord.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Uh,
On Discord.
big pandemic going on.
Kind of Homo sapien, not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
And
Yeah.
we don't have the best
Yeah.
scheduling, and you
Yeah.
know, we're kind of dog shit at everything we do related to this podcast. So it's kind of a miracle that we're doing this right now, anyways. But
Yeah, I mean, so I don't know how much our recreation listeners have been keeping up on current events, but there's actually been this there's a pretty big news item right now. There's actually been a disease that's been
Where's your
Oh.
scientific evidence?
well,
ask Twitter.
Yeah. So
Yeah, my neighbor died the other day, so you know.
oh, Jesus, really?
Oh,
Did you loot him?
I mean, I didn't know him personally, but you know. Yeah, whatever. Out of Corona and shit. He was old.
Big F. I mean, I've lost a couple of people from Corona, but like, it's the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
It is a pretty gigantic killer. Though, in my honest opinion, it
Yeah.
I feel like Corona isn't as large as people make it out to be. Like, yes, it is killing people, but it targets a very specific crowd of people who have,
Pre-existing conditions.
yeah.
yeah, it's like boomeritis. It's
The boomer removal, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow. Okay.
People are dying, Tobias.
Hey, Listen, comedy is born from fucking bad situations, alright?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
But it's definitely changed the situation of how I view aspects of my life. As in, you can't find anyone who's not wearing a mask. And when you do find someone who's wearing a mask, you publicly shame them.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Or if you're in the South, you publicly shame the people who are wearing masks.
It's
Or you shoot them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the Southerners, man?
I don't know.
We don't know. We don't need to get into. Let's not start Civil War II
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We like love and peace, you know.
You know they.
Right.
You know
We like
it's just.
ganja, man.
Let's just say the people in the South read a little too much about their own internal struggles that like
Yeah.
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 It's definitely a bit egotistical.
yeah, like you could say almost say it was my struggle,
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Oh yeah, I was actually just reading this this book. It's a book of political philosophy.
Oh, was it written by Mr.
From the early-
Hilter
yeah,
himself?
a German. Yeah, it's written by a German politician.
Ah, okay.
Oh yeah, like early 20th
Or
century.
yeah, early 20th century work. It was actually very difficult to come across any copy of it. It's somewhat rare. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. It was a fellow by the name of Adolf Hitler.
Oh, okay, not Mr.
it was
Hilter,
book.
Mr. Hitler.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think I saw that on Thrift Books.
Hmm. Yeah, it was a pretty interesting book. So
Yeah.
I recommend it to all the listeners of Recreation.
Did you
If you want to get invested in the alt-right, you can.
I did one time actually find supposedly because it was one of those stores sort of touristy.
Yeah,
I
Barnes and
found-
Nobles.
Right, Barnes and Noble. Okay. I was in somewhere in the Czech Republic, right? But I was on a choir trip, and I found this store, and it had just a ton of World War II stuff in it, and some of it was really cool. But I thought it wouldn't really go well with my choir if I show up with a bunch of swastikas and Mein Kampf. I just thought maybe
A bunch of paintings with some gold,
Yeah, maybe they wouldn't let me on the plane as easily.
I can just imagine Tobias rolling up to the airport with the biggest smile on his face, just gleaming ear to ear, clutching his copy of Mein Kampf.
I'm telling them too. I'm saying, "You see what I have? This is so cool."
Guys, remember Operation Barbarossa? We're gonna do it right this time.
Alright, so as we have failed to introduce, there's a semi-new member to the podcast. This guy Matt.
Semi-new. Wait, I thought I was just a guest. Hold up.
You're
Am
a
I
guest.
a part of this? Wait, I'll totally
Guest.
take that.
Well,
No, Eamon, let me in. Let me in.
Praneet is an extended guest, as in we basically allowed him in the podcast.
Yeah.
So as
Woohoo!
long as Matt
Free weed for everyone, guys. Let's smoke up.
as long as Matt doesn't make me want to kill myself, I might allow him again.
Oh fuck. That's
Oh
gonna
shit,
happen.
Matt, you're gonna have to.
Oh no.
Order, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
The pressure's on.
Right, because Matt is new on the podcast. We have a couple of quick stories involving Matt.
Fuck. All right. Where do I get started though? Ooh.
I'd say we start with your story about Rinaldi.
Oh, Rinaldi. All right. So for the fans who watched the second podcast, right? That was the one with Rinaldi. I don't
Yes,
know.
yeah.
So this is gonna sound a little bit stalker-esque, but that's okay. So not even a month ago, I had to take my friend to the Bank of America, and
The
funnily
bank?
enough, yeah, the singular Bank of America, like the only one for 20,000-mile radius. It's the only one.
Oh, that's a good one.
And we pull up to the parking lot in the back, and obviously they get out of the car, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna wait here. And I look to my left, right, and it's just it's a black, big, kind of dad car, and I hear a voice, and they're on a call, and I'm like, that voice sounds really familiar, right? And so I just like I kind of listen for a minute, and I look over, and guess who it is? The man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Rinaldi. And I was like personally freaking out in the car. I was like, do I lower the window? Do I say hi? I'm like, just like, ooh, he's on a call though. Like, I can't interrupt him. Like, I was having an internal struggle because this man's presence was near me.
Your
And it's just
struggle.
like seeing that like it was amid the coronavirus, like he didn't have a mask on, and I did technically because like the windows down, it's hot as hell outside. I don't care, but like I honestly, and then I just didn't because I was like, the moment he got done with the call, he like looked around, not like around, but like in his car, and then he got out and went to the bank. But I felt like if I tried making a conversation with him, it would have been really awkward because I mean, don't get me wrong, West Hill pride and all that crap, but like
But
just being like, hey, we're at a bank. You're in a business suit. How you doing? You probably didn't even know me because I avoided everyone at the school except for my friends. I hope West Hill's doing great. Really sorry you got suspended for speaking the right piece of mind about the coronavirus and shit. So yeah, like that kind of would have been. I mean, I wanted to thank him personally for actually speaking up, but me being me, I was a little bitch and I backed out of it. So that's the story about Rinaldi.
Wait, Ronaldo got suspended?
Yeah, can you expand
Like-
more on that?
Yeah, so long
Ooh,
story
yeah.
short, when the coronavirus was a thing, and obviously this is like secondhand news, so I'm only telling what I heard, but
Drum alert.
obviously, so since I go to community college, that shit shut down like mid spring break, like not like the day before spring break was actually gonna happen, the school shut down and stuff. And
Yo, that's what happened to
like
us.
a week
That's what I read.
like I think around the same time when public schools for high schools and stuff and all that stuff was still open, um, there was a lot of speculation as to what was going to happen. And Rinaldi like went out on a whim and he told his point of view and said that schools were most likely going to shut down soon. Like he just spoke his mind on what like what it would do and how school was clearly going to shut down and things were going to go online. And like he was right. It eventually did happen, but then he got suspended as the principal for speaking his mind. And I was confused internally because it's just like, all right, so his freedom of speech is gone, even though he's the principal of the school, but like he got penalized for ultimately speaking what the truth became
That makes
about the virus itself.
that makes no sense
Right.
because
Now this is
That makes yeah.
yeah, but like this is just secondhand information. Like maybe like the people up top didn't want to hear that, and I could be completely wrong, but like that's what I heard from like 3 to 4 different people about him getting suspended for talking about the virus and how it would affect the school, the whole like whether or not people stay in school for high school or not.
That's fair.
Right. Yeah, I
So
remember.
the person who's supposed to suspend everyone got suspended.
So for Rinaldi, if you ever hear
Wow.
this podcast, no,
Yo.
A,
All
we
right.
agree with you.
There is
and
there is a hashtag. There is a hashtag on Instagram. It's hashtag free Rinaldi. So if you listen to this podcast, free our boy. Like, come on.
We'll get him
Free
back. We
Ronaldo!
gotta get him back on the podcast to hear his side of the story.
Bro, we gotta.
honestly,
Yeah,
we
man.
gotta
We need Ronaldo.
I have a
make him download Discord this time.
I have a couple of comments on your story, Matt.
What?
First of all, I would like to just point out that Ronaldo's whole thing is that he speaks his mind, right? He's got
Exactly,
an
yeah.
amazing personality, and he
Super
embeds a lot of
energetic.
his personality onto really anything that he does, as evidenced by the second episode. And the second thing I wanted to say was that I can understand if you have higher ups in like a board of education system, if you have a person in power in your school that is making decisions on their own in a major way, that can really affect the major school system hierarchy. I'm pretty sure in my elementary school I had a president for like a month, and they took major actions when there was a 9/11 tribute.
Oh, okay.
And a bunch of parents are like, that's not something I want my students to, or my children to really be
Yeah,
super
save that for
involved
later.
with right now. And she got like excommunicated from the school the next day, and we had a new principal. I was like, yo. She's kind of ugly, so I was down with it, but
Yeah, but have you ever really? Okay, let's be real here. Have you like even at my elementary school, the whole time I was there, I don't think the principals ever look good at elementary school. I think they purposely pick like uglier principals so like kids aren't as judgmental. You know?
Our principal looked like the fucking Wicked Witch of the North, dude.
Straight up, I'm pretty sure that's how mine looked as well.
I remember mine was just like
Oh.
a fat old lady.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
mine too.
Yeah, it's just, you know.
Mine was a skinny older lady with really black.
Well, they're
hair.
they're probably all relatively old. I assume Rinaldi is relatively young for a principal because
Yeah, he is.
you're a relatively high rank within
Yeah,
the
you'd have to work your way up.
education system.
That's true. I mean, with how vocal he is, it was probably a little bit easier because he knows what he's doing. He knows.
He's just our boy.
Yep,
He knows what he's
pass.
doing.
Yeah.
Dude, Rinaldi's
Yeah, we need more young people in the
Honestly.
education system, you know.
Facts.
Yeah, we need principals who would drink with their kids. You know? Once they're 21, obviously. But, you know.
I mean,
I think like 30, like treat it like the fucking U.S. system. Like 35 is when you start allowing people to be able to become a principal. You know.
yeah.
Like that's a reasonable age because like they understand that they want to communicate with the young, but the older teachers who have like their internal issues and shit like that, you can like deal with them because you're well into your adult life. and
well, it's
shit.
probably much like the presidency where you can have a younger president, but it's not what happened.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Then again,
and that
also
sucks.
older. But then again, in voting, older people are far more represented because young people don't vote. But that's a whole different.
Yeah. Let's not get too far into that.
Young people don't vote, dude.
It's just true.
Unless it's for Bernie Sanders, right?
Yep.
Even
Same.
then,
Even so.
Even then, it doesn't matter.
Well, how's
We'll do it later in
things
life,
at
you know?
Taylor's? Yeah.
What'd you say, Pranay?
Taylor Penny, how are you doing, man?
I'm
Things
alright.
good out there?
Yeah, I'm.
dude, hey, you get to hang with the boys at all?
Dude, yeah, we just had a big bonfire the other day. It was like all the boys were like back together again.
Oh shit!
Like the first
Pretty
time since
hot.
like last summer. It
What
was
kind of-
fucking insane.
You do any mischief?
We got into some mischief. We're actually having a water balloon fight in a
Oh,
little while.
Oh,
but
you're gonna
all
get
the
nice and
boys-
gotta
Like
make each
holy,
other nice and wet.
man.
And this is more self-improvement. Me and some of the boys are doing NoFap together.
Oh, really?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Dude, it's
one of
not
my
even-
friends is like 3 weeks into it.
Oh
and he's
my
like,
god!
does he
Like,
have
I
his
feel
psychic powers
amazing.
yet?
No, he doesn't have any psychic powers yet. I
He
think
just has a
those
low
come
sex
next
drive.
month soon, yeah.
Man.
But he's like he's talking about how
Wow.
he feels a lot more focused and a lot more just in
Is
power.
his intelligence increasing?
I don't know. Yeah. He's
Well,
gonna be able to move.
I think he's lying. He's a liar.
Has
I
he
don't
been-
know.
Except for
I
he's
think
just a
there's
liar.
something to
No, check his browsing history or something, man.
it.
You know.
Yeah, I don't know. I believe him. I trust him.
So with no fap, dude, is it no fap or no like finish?
It's no fap.
Well,
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't want to do that to
Yeah.
myself, bro.
Dude, you're just gonna blue ball
No
yourself.
finish.
Exactly.
Yeah.
well, the
That
idea.
sucks, man.
Once
it's about
you start, you're going for the full ride.
Yeah. Well, because that's the thing is that about a week in, you start bargaining with yourself and you say, well, I can just look at some stuff.
That's 3
Okay.
days for me, dude. Not even a week. What are you talking about?
So that's what happens, but you got to talk yourself out of it, you know. But yeah, it's been pretty successful. So me and like 4 or 5 of my friends, we all got a group chat. We give each other advice and everything like that. We give each other
Encouragement.
Yeah.
Like,
We'll just
bro,
go
I
like-
really gotta. No, bro, you can't.
Yeah. Like one of my friends texts every night. He'll be like, "Then going to bed is the hardest. Be strong tonight, brothers." He'll be like,
True
giving you
chat.
strength tonight.
And you know what? This is probably especially hard for you, Taylor Bendy, because you've let us know on multiple occasions
You
how
know my
much of a
thoughts on this.
special thing. Yeah, it's a
Bro.
special thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's been such a big part of my life for such a long time that. But you know,
I-
all good things have to come to an end. So
I don't know if we talked about Toy Penny's masturbation habits on the podcast.
we
before.
really don't have to talk about
You know, maybe that should be a special. You
that.
know?
That's
linking.
Special. Like a holiday,
this-
like a Christmas
yeah,
special.
yeah, Christmas special.
special.
Gather around the fire, kids. Listen to this new episode of Recreation.
Okay. On this topic, Matt actually and I have a very interesting story involving this.
Oh, I'd love to hear
Involving
it.
what?
I'd love to
Involving
hear
what?
it.
Involving Discord, Matthew, and myself.
Okay. All right. So, you know, have y'all seen the meme of like the Fitz crew when Swagger Souls joins in like the voice call and then he starts playing porn and everyone's just like, "Bro, we can hear it. Like, turn it off." And then you can hear him commentating as he's like getting ready to just start like fapping to it, right?
She's got the nipple clamps. She's getting ready.
Yeah, pretty much. One time I was in a call with Eamon, and we played games for a while, and then we just went silent, and I completely forgot I was in call with him, and I forgot to mute myself, right? 'Cause I'm
What? So of course, you know, he thinks he's alone.
I'm thinking I'm alone, right? There's no one in the house, right? And so, you know, I take a minute or two to find what I want, and I forgot the volume was loud in my headphones, and
And through the mic, I'm sitting on my computer, I'm on Reddit or whatever, and I just hear. I realize it's good, and then I'm like, "What the hell is that?" And I noticed that it's coming from Discord. I'm like, Matt, leave Discord. Your mic is. And he goes, best response. He literally just goes, "Oh shit, you cop."
Oh my god.
yeah.
Doesn't even try and deny and evade. He's like, "Yep." Leaves. I assume he finished the job.
Comes back in the
I-
call.
I think I was so embarrassed. I was just like, that really happened. That really just happened that I just stopped. I can't remember. It was so long ago. I know what I was doing it to, but I can't remember if I finished or not.
Wow.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, I never thought it would happen to me, but I'm glad it was only with Eamon. If it was anyone else, I would have been scarred my entire life.
Yeah, it's sort of. I feel like there's a point in your life where one of the boys hears you doing that,
yeah.
and then it's like it's almost like a relationship you develop with them, you know?
Oh, Eamon's my
Oh, yeah.
ride or die, no fucking doubt. Like, you know, you get your ride or die from high school and you get your ride or die from college. Eamon is my ride or die from high school. I don't give a shit. If my dick accidentally popped down in front of him, I wouldn't even be like phased by it.
I'd be like, "Bro, nice
You
dick,
leave it
bro."
out. You leave it out.
It's just it happens. Like I just be like, "Oh, sorry, dude. I didn't mean to show you that tonight. Fucking tomorrow, you know." It's that sort of thing. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this reminds me of the time we went to the sauna.
Oh yeah,
Was it?
yeah. Praneet, see,
Yeah,
my God.
Tobias was there.
Tell
you
us
know.
your sauna pee-pee story.
Oh man, there were lots of dicks around, you know. But you know, a few vaginas too, but no one was looking at it.
Yeah, nobody cared about that. Ugly, disgusting.
The thing is that they were all
Disgusting.
staring at
It's not like-
Steven's penis.
The beautiful,
There were
statuesque, perfect male organ.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like why would I want to look at something I don't have? I'd rather look at something
Exactly.
that's like, oh,
Yeah.
I have something to compare it to, you know?
Yeah,
It's an
exactly.
hashtag relatable moment.
Thank you.
Man.
Damn, I can't believe
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah.
That was my
My-
Yeah,
opportunity.
Yeah.
I've got a good dick story. My friends were in marching band, and they had this plan that they were gonna. It's a pretty short story, but it's a good one. They had a plan that they were gonna buy a watermelon and cut a hole in it, and all take turns, you know, coming in it. So they got a watermelon and they lost it, and then this girl who was also in marching band, she was like, "Hey, I overheard you guys talking about how you wanted a watermelon, so here, I got you a watermelon."
Oh my god.
So they used it like they were all staring in the
Holy
hotel
shit.
room, and they all They all took turns coming in it.
They still did it. They
Yeah.
still. Oh my
And
god.
I see it. There's photographic evidence of all,
Holy shit.
like 4 different boys come all in a little hole in the watermelon.
Did they give it back to the girl?
No, I don't
Like,
think they did. They are that fucked up.
that would be really funny. They'll be like, yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for the
Ooh.
water.
Here you go. It's delicious now.
I mean, it's a band girl. She's probably desperate. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised.
But that's no, she's pretty good looking. But
Yeah, exactly. But she's a band girl. It's just
yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like someone can be the most attractive person. They could be super nice. They can be perfect, and then they say, "Oh yeah, I played trombone." That's like,
Hey, whoa! Listen, I know one man who plays trombone, and you will not disrespect trombone players like that, good sir.
Alright, well,
you can't disrespect your boy Bill like that.
Okay, if your name is Bill and you play trombone,
No,
that's,
okay, no,
that's
that's not
chat
his name.
Oh,
What his
damn.
name? I'm not joking. Willis Williams.
Hey, let's not give away people's social security on here, all right?
Yeah. Yeah, can we beep that part out? When
Well,
we
just call
have
him
the
W.
Can we get a
WW.
Baba Booey over the Willis Williams? Oh,
Do
fuck.
some
Yeah.
brand editing.
I can help you with the editing if you want.
Send me
I've
some
done-
voice clips of.
Moaning into the mic like Robert Plant.
Yeah, I'll superimpose it over the audio.
All right, nice.
We'll just have it in the background, just very,
Just
very
background.
quietly.
Royalty-free modes.
That's Eamon's perfect
Yeah.
job.
Eamon, I
Making
need you to send
royalty-free
me.
moan.
Eamon, I need you to send me an hour-and-a-half MP3 of you just moaning softly into your
He,
microphone.
I'm pretty sure he's already done that.
yeah, Matt, I sent it to you. What do you mean?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Oh, awesome! Shoot, Eamon, you gotta like share some of this stuff, okay? You know, you can hold
Yeah,
Dude,
hey,
pass
hey,
it
hey.
around.
That's great.
I've known him longer, all right? I get first dibs.
That's fair. That's
If you
fair.
asked for it, I'm sorry, Tobias. If you'd asked, it would have hooked you up. Hey, Tobias, are you taking the gap year?
Well, yeah, probably now because all these schools are doing the online semester stuff. Yeah,
Tobias,
Yeah,
man, you gotta visit us, man.
oh, definitely.
Yeah, Emerson.
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
Boston's.
we gotta.
I think I've been to Boston like 4 times in my life, and it's always been very boring because I just sort of visit family and don't do anything.
Oh, jeez, that's
Bro, we'll
boring.
go to Chinatown. Dude, we'll get hammered and go to China.
Of course, yeah, dude.
Man, Chinatown. I don't think I've ever. No, I've never been to that part of Boston.
Well, that's like right by Emerson. Emerson.
Yeah,
is
that's where
in the
Emerson is.
I'm planning on getting a job because I plan on spending way too much money in fucking Chinese food.
Good dude, I'm gonna work. We gotta work, man.
Dude, I have to
What?
work because I wasted so much time this summer not being able to work.
So speaking about eating too much food, I've got a couple stories about that.
Ooh.
If you guys want to get into
Ooh.
that.
Sure, I have a baked
Yeah,
bean
oh,
story if we want to.
Tell me
switch
about it,
subjects.
man.
Dude, alright, so I've got 2 stories that involve puking. We'll go with the one that caused
Oh, that kind of food.
caused me internal trauma every time. So where me and Eamon live, well Eamon used to live, there's a thing called the St. Leo's Fair. You know how churches have their fairs, right? And the St. Leo's Fair is like the biggest one where like we live. Like it's actually like, there's actual rides. It's not like this like one little gimmick and it's just food that's backing it up. I'm not gonna call it any other fairs, but it's whatever. And there's a ride called the Tornado, and it's not the one where you spin really fast and get stuck to the wall, but it's one where like it goes in a circle and you go at angles at times, but you can like grab the center and start spinning the actual like entire thing itself, right?
Oh, okay.
And what happened is I had pasta with my boy, my childhood best friend, and not even like maybe 10 minutes after finishing it, we went on the Tornado, and I kept telling him, if we go on this ride, you're not allowed to spin it because I know I'm gonna puke, right? I told him that like 4 times. Guess what motherfucking happened? Go on the ride. 10 seconds in, he starts spinning it. And I'm like, dude, I'm getting nauseous. You need to stop. We start spinning for like the first half of the ride. I'm gripping on for my goddamn life. I should have just closed my eyes because I learned way too late that closing my eyes takes away the spinning feeling because you're not focusing on anything. But the ride ends. I get off, take 2 steps, look down, fresh pasta from the stomach. Mwah. It could be eaten without, you would have never known it was eaten. It was straight out the stomach, red and yellow and beautiful. Just oof. And that caused me, and now I can never go on the tornado as a ride again because like spinning in it just makes me instantly nauseous. I've tried after it does not work. I can go upside down. I can cling to a wall and be spinning at fucking 50 miles per hour. But spinning on the tornado, horrible. Absolute dog shit. Never do it again.
Yeah. No, it's weird how that works. How there's some rides that just like there's so many bad memories on it that I just can refuse to go on it.
I'll never go on super high drop rides or whatever as well. Those shit scare the fuck out of me.
Yeah, for we had our senior skip day, right? And my friends and I went to Cedar Point. I don't know why I went. I hate roller coasters.
Yeah.
And so I barely went on any rides. And they said, okay, you got to go on one. And they kept telling me, no, go on the dragster. Go on the dragster. It's only 10 seconds.
Oh,
and I say, okay,
no.
10 seconds of what? Like 500 miles an hour, 200 feet in the air? I'd rather not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not much to that story, but it's just, to this day, every time I think of that point, my first memory is, that's not that scary. And they didn't go on it. It's ridiculous.
Big F in the chat for this boy.
Yeah.
Oh, odd.
Well, I want to say kudos to our boy Eamon here for fighting racism.
Oh, dude.
You gotta go.
Eamon, tell us about how
Racism
you
is-
fought racism.
How do I fight racism?
How did you fight racism?
Well, I went to a Black Lives Matter protest.
Everybody, round of applause.
Well, fuck yeah.
Let's go.
Yes, my boy.
Um,
Good job.
Donation link in the description, and also Black Lives Matter.
You can buy us a coffee.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
See, I can't make jokes about that right now because it's too hot off the press.
Yeah,
I mean, we're not joking about it, man. We're
Yeah, I know.
that serious.
But I'm the kind of guy that always makes jokes at like everything, just because it's just like my coping mechanism. So I need to stop myself.
Yeah, it's a way of communication. I've noticed that with I guess going to a liberal arts school has sort of trained me on stopping my jokes, but it is difficult.
Oh yeah, me and Taylor used to joke around crazy. You say something like, bro, it's a good thing you're saying that in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been times where I've like talked to my friends back. There's a reason that I never brought my laptop into the I don't know if I told you guys this story, but I can never bring my laptop back into the dining hall because one time I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw one image and immediately closed my laptop and left.
Yeah,
it was horrible. I was thinking I didn't even like it. It was just something that someone said, but
you can't control what people sent you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I heard that's actually like, I'm big in the FGC community, and there's a couple notable furries in the FGC, along with other hentai enthusiasts, and so
it's just pretty neat.
Yeah, and so you could just be going through your Twitter, looking at like fellow commentators, players, and you'll just see furry smut.
Yeah. You can't really show that.
It's like thanks, but at the same time, I'm in the bank right now. I'm trying to deposit my checks.
You shut your laptop, go into the bathroom, screen cap it.
It's like I had like 35 seconds to just relax and like check my phone, and and Sonic Fox has decided to share with me his collection. So.
Yeah.
That's why I do at least appreciate the NSFW tag on Reddit that blurs it
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
So that if people post, like pornographic material or something that's overly graphic, if you're in public,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
In all honesty, like my experience with social media is just not a positive one. I don't like social media a whole lot, and that's why I didn't realize that there was a lot of Black Lives Matter events happening because I don't go on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you asked me if I wanted to go to the protest, one, I didn't
Yeah.
realize we were so close, and I probably could have hopped a ride from you because I totally would have done it.
Yeah.
I saw protesters in my area rallying for Black Lives Matter. I know that the George Floyd news was really rumbling right now, but
Yeah.
because I just had
Yeah.
not been on social media whatsoever, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Why are they protesting for Black Lives Matter? I mean,
You
Right.
I mean,
really didn't
I
know.
support Black Lives Matter 100%, but
Yeah.
Didn't even
I-
know why. You were
I was
like,
like-
what's?
well, okay,
You didn't know the event that triggered the protest.
yeah,
Because obviously there must have been something.
exactly.
That was your thought. Okay.
No, it's funny. I was the same way about the original event. I was hanging out with my girlfriend, and she works at Target, and she was like looking at like a group chat she's in with like the other like some of her other like coworkers, and they were all talking like, oh, there's like a Target that's like on fire,
Mm.
and I was like, what? Why is there a Target on fire? What's happening? And then I found out the entire rest of the story just from that,
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Well, our heart goes out to all those people, and things haven't been really great for all the people of color out there. So
Yeah.
anything that we can do to make their lives better, it goes a long way.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Like, we don't get revenue from the channel, but if we did, I would probably put it towards donations for charity.
yeah, and
Would-
like
that
we
would be
don't get
interesting.
much views, but we can still put up some links or something out there.
Even
Yeah.
just raising
Yeah,
awareness
yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was
Like there might be a specific niche for people who are attracted to like Discord stuff or YouTube stuff,
Mhm.
people who aren't on social media.
Mm.
For those people, we could be a source of information or something.
Exactly.
Not just us, but
Right, all of like YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that, where it's sort of outside of Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, that area.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the big thing about YouTube is that it tailors what is recommended to you based off of what your interests are. So if you're not like really big into the news, then you're just gonna get ASMR videos all the time. So.
Right.
Yep.
What do you mean? I still get the news, dude. I'm just trying to watch gameplay and shit and good old relaxing Hearthstone, and then there's still that one little. Here's what's happened
I
today
guess,
in
yeah.
the development of coronavirus, because YouTube
It's-
just want they
promote it.
still want people to know.
Yeah.
They're gonna promote the actual heavy news, but like you can't you like you want to be able to escape it at times, but it's always just gonna be there.
Right. Yeah, for
Like-
better or for worse.
Yeah.
For better or for worse. Like, sometimes it's good. Other times you're just like, I don't want to think about this right now. Please get that out of my recommended.
Right,
Especially people with like mental health, they
Yeah.
tell them like with depression, like don't look at the news because it might trigger your depression. It might make it.
Yeah.
Dude, can you imagine going on YouTube to watch some like cute cat videos and you just see, you're like browsing through and it's just like a promoted, advertised video of.
We found secret
Death
Holocaust.
toll. Yeah.
Death toll 10 million, and it's like, oh wow,
Oh, yeah.
depressed now.
Sometimes it just recommends weird stuff, though. I've noticed. Like, I don't think the ad works on me. For some reason, it thinks I'm Jewish. Like, all the ads I get are about like different.
There's a new ad that I got from like this whole like new uprising of Jewish community being like, Jesus is our Messiah instead. Like, this is what we believe in. I got that ad once, and I was just like, this is interesting that like Jewish people are deciding to be like, hey, he was Jewish, why can't he be our Messiah, even though like we already have this and that. But it was just like, I'm watching freaking moist critical right now. Where
Right.
did this whole Jewish cult or new Jewish like founding in religion that you're trying to start like come from, or like new movement you're trying to make? Like I'm not trying to call Jewish, like, I'm not trying to call the movement a cult or anything. I'm sorry, that's just like the first word that came to mind, because like any new movement, everyone, I mean, I just label as a cult if it doesn't
Did
go
you just call
anywhere.
the Jews a cult?
No, I called no, wait a minute. All right, edit that out. I meant to say like the people like trying to say like they want Jesus as their new Messiah. Like
Right,
obviously
and
I'm not
new
bashing
religious-
anything, but it's
yeah.
a new movement, right? And it's just like, why are you give like what ad does this have to do with me trying to watch a man get new world records by using a pocket pussy?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
what?
no,
You ever see?
I noticed that.
You ever see those billboards on like the highway where it's like, "Find the truth,"
Oh yeah. I've seen
and
that
the
all
ones
the
that
time.
just they obviously promote.
Very text.
I don't understand what the point of them is though.
Yeah, and who pays for
What
it
do you
exactly?
gain from it?
Right. Sometimes they have a little number to call.
It's
Mhm.
well, it's like religious people. If you're really religious and you have a ton of money, your mindset is that you just want to spread the word of your religion. So that's why they buy
Mm,
billboards and
Yeah.
When there's aggressive billboards that say "Find the truth or go to hell," and I've seen those before. Like,
Yeah.
if you're not cat, like along the lines of believe in Jesus or you're gonna burn in hell forever. Like, dude,
Yeah.
that's not
That's not a healthy way to look at the
that's
religion.
not how you promote religion.
Yeah, that's no one's gonna be. Okay, some people will be like, "Oh my god,
People
hell."
who are
So,
If
so
you
guys,
define your religion based on a billboard, then that
yeah.
a whole
Do you
nother
guys
issue.
want to hear an story of me fighting with a Catholic dude? Oh no, it was a Mormon.
Oh,
But you
God,
know,
Mormon. Yeah,
so-
do it.
yeah.
yeah, I'm just me and two of my buddies were walking home on it was I guess a Friday, something like that, and these three people they show up with the Book of Mormon in their hands and they're like, "Do you want to hear something? We just want 5 minutes of your time." And I was like, maybe this is some sort of scam for like those people who ask you for their money after a while or something like that.
Mhm.
But then they take the book out, and then they're like, "Do you know there's volcanic eruptions happening? Do you know the world is coming to an end now? And if you don't be a Mormon, then you're gonna die."
Oh,
And I was like, "Dude, seriously? Like you're gonna tell that to me? Like that might work on someone who's like 10 years old and scared of the world dying."
yeah.
And this guy, well, I could certainly tell you guys that after the interaction with me and my friends, that guy will never go on the streets again. How much he was paid.
So what I'm
Yeah, I
hearing,
think he quit his job pretty much after that.
so what I'm hearing, pretty, is that you're a converted Mormon.
Yeah.
Yeah, even
I
though
believe it.
even though Mormons believe that even though Mormons don't let any non-whites into their no wait, no, they do now. They do
They
let
do
non-whites into
They do.
Just started.
Yeah.
they just
That's like-
literally just started.
That's
And
not
they
necessarily
can't get
1978, I believe, is when they decided against that.
was it?
Yeah. Do you know there's a musical called The Book of Mormon?
Book of
It's
Mormon,
like
yeah.
it's by
Yeah.
yeah, and there's
Oh,
like a line in
jeez.
it. There's the line in it. No, it's like it's by the writers of South Park. It's like a comedy musical. And there's a line in it where the main guy is like singing, and the song's called "I Believe," and he's like, "I believe that in 1978 God changed his mind about black people." So, yeah.
Yeah, no. Mormonism's a very interesting, like, sort of strange, because
Yeah, well,
you
it's
just wonder, like, how it's one of the fastest growing religions, and you wonder how.
it was rooted in like
Utah.
yeah, Utah.
Utah doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's a chunk error, and suddenly there are these people climbing out of it, and
Well, it's basically rooted in basically the belief that
Basically.
America is greatest. That's why it's so popular.
America is what?
The greatest country, like, and
Oh, okay.
always because Mormonism
Is
basically
it?
the idea is that Jesus came to the United States. It's so stupid.
Yeah, in part 6,
Jesus
Steel Ball
wasn't
Run,
even
Jesus
white,
came to
dude.
Yeah, Jesus showed up in wasn't it in Mexico? It's like Quetzalcoatl or something like that. And
Yeah, and then the Holy Corpse
Yeah.
pieces got
Chupacabra, the
scattered
fuck?
across.
oh, yeah, it got scattered across the United
Yeah.
States, and then
The Steel Ball Run event.
the Steel Ball Run, and Funny Valentine had to go find. it.
No, the day people drew Jesus as white, that's when racism began, you know?
There's no way
Mm.
Jesus was never white.
King Henry the whatever the fuck
yeah,
when
Yeah, it
he
was-
did the Bible.
yeah. That the Anglican. That's another thing that's always like mysterious to me. I guess that's when politics and like spirituality combine. When it's
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
like we won't change the church, but this guy wanted a divorce, so we're gonna leave, you know.
He said, John, I want a divorce. And John went,
Exactly.
divorce.
Divorce selfie, you know.
We'll bring the conversation back.
Yeah.
I'll bring the conversation
Yeah.
back to Mormonism, simply
Ooh.
because at where I work, the owners are Mormon, and the majority of the employees are Mormon.
Mm-hmm.
So I am exposed a lot to like the religion and a lot of the discussion, and it's just fascinating, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like
they're definitely nice people. You can find anyone, and they'll be a nice person as long as they have a good heart and they aren't
Yeah.
like an asshole. But
Mhm.
like sometimes like the things they try and say and justify is just it feels a little old world in my opinion. I feel like Mormonism
It's definitely is.
it doesn't really apply to a lot of modernistic approaches to the world, specifically LGBTQ communities.
God, no. LG, it's just like, yeah, their whole views on race and the LGBT community, LGBTQ community is not progressive or modern, but most churches I feel are that way. But I do feel that the Catholic Church is progressing in the right direction, and
The
a lot of
Catholic
other.
Church is such a mess, in my
It's a
opinion.
mess, but they're going in the right direction.
yeah, it's interesting.
Alright, guys. Yeah.
It's like I feel like now that the world itself is sort of moving more and more towards accepting these ideas which weren't really
Yeah.
accepted before.
Certainly the United States and Europe are moving towards like socially liberal policies.
Right. And then when you have
Yeah.
so I feel like with all churches, again, the mixing of politics and religion, how
Mhm.
They're going to have no choice but to adapt.
right, exactly. They're trying to get new members and keep the old, so it's like we got to stay conservative. We also have to say, oh yeah, your existence is justified, so you can join our church.
Yeah.
Which, especially with sort of the newer religious movements like Mormonism, have a harder time. Because
Yeah,
with
they have
some-
a harder time justifying because they're so rooted in we're better than everyone.
right, exactly. It's not old enough to the point where there's more interpretations.
Yeah.
Like it's easy to have interpretations of what was said thousands of years ago. It's much harder when it was said in like 1800s.
Yeah. 200 to 300 years. Because it's like, no, we pretty much know what they said.
Right, exactly. It's like, oh yeah, that we have a book we have the original book. That's it.
No, it's no doubt that Hitler hated the Jews. Yeah, we know that.
Kind
You
of a-
can't say that he loved them.
Kind of a fact. Sorry, Alex Jones.
Speaking of Alex Jones, bringing back to what you were saying, Taylor Penny, about NoFap. Are you guys taking
Yeah, are you taking your supplements?
Yeah, I've been taking all my recreation branded supplements. So
Thank God.
Oh,
someone's
yeah.
buying 'em.
they're really great. They help you be really virile. It's $50 for three pills. They come in powders too, but
Oh
it's
yeah.
a really
Good
great
story.
product. It really helps me through my day.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah. I
Man,
hear.
guys, I really
Brain
think we should
force.
launch our merch soon. You know?
Yeah,
To our 2 fans, we can each buy a shirt.
Yeah.
yeah. Estelle and
Yeah,
Taylor
that's-
both have our shirts.
Yeah.
We should
Man.
we should do an episode where we collaborate on designing merch. That'd be really fun.
Yo,
Oh wow.
ooh, I am 3000% down for that because I suck at drawing.
Awesome, dude.
Oh
Yo,
hell
I'm alright.
hell
I'm
yeah.
not the best, but
You give me MS Paint, I'll make you a masterpiece.
I'm working on that JoJo's reference. With
Uh,
you guys, so.
Oh wow.
I like that. The sound of that.
I think the only thing I've drawn in the past year,
Charlie Brown.
yeah, besides Charlie Brown High, I'd say that I drew a Pokemon recently. I made like a custom
Oh.
Pokemon over Discord,
Mhm.
and then I realized I was just drawing Ammonite, and my day was ruined.
Big sad.
Shit.
I was like, wow, this looks like it could really work. And no,
Now you
maybe for the
understand.
Alolan forms, whatever it is.
Galarian Ammonite.
Galarian. That's something else I've noticed recently, because I was playing a lot of Pokemon
Hmm.
over quarantine with my friends,
Mhm.
and wow, it does not hold up. It really doesn't.
Which Pokemon?
Well, like the old games back in, which I mean, it makes sense, I guess. The nostalgia
Are you saying
was
that the
huge.
old games don't hold up, or the new games don't hold up?
For me was the old, because my Switch is still in Vermont,
Mm.
so I can't really play the
Holy
new.
shit.
Are you
Well,
getting
that-
your stuff shipped, Tobias?
Well, okay, my aunt picked up my stuff, which I
Yeah.
felt really bad about, because
Mhm.
I mean, you guys have seen my room. You guys know how bad it is.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
god.
God.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You
Then
didn't
she
even
told
clean
me-
it up before you left.
I tried. I honestly tried. I did all of it, and I said, Dad, we gotta stay. We gotta stay another day so I can clean this up. And he said, No, we gotta go.
Hmm.
So, but
So
I felt
Tobias, you didn't clean your room. Is that true?
Yeah, we were begging. We're like, we'll help you. Like, we'll do it for
Yeah.
you. It's not healthy to live like. And you're like, no, bro, I'm good.
man,
Dude,
dude, it's my gamer lair.
It's my battle station.
we should set up
Exactly.
like
it was a fucking message to all those Marvel people,
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been a great weekly event. Like go and clean up Tobias's room.
Just
Oh, hell yeah.
how many people can we
you
cram
know?
in there?
Wait, guys, the fish, Ricky DeSanta or whatever his name was.
Ricky
yeah.
Sanchez.
Yeah,
Ricky
he's
Sanchez.
Oh, he's still kicking.
Oh yeah, he's still kicking.
He's kicking.
All right now.
Oh man, that makes me so happy. Yeah.
I'm
Yo.
honestly really shocked. Like he made a long journey. It
Yeah.
was probably, like 10
Yeah.
hours.
No, 10 hours by car, not even on the plane.
Yeah.
Would they let you take him on a plane?
Oh.
I bet they would.
Probably.
Well, no, with the liquid though.
Hmm.
That's
Well,
interesting.
Put him in
You
Tupperware.
know.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you could like put him in your mouth and then spit
Put him in your-
down the thing.
It's like, oh god. you
Spit
have
and
your
then stay in the bathroom and have him swim around in the sink the whole time. And then when you have to go, there's
Yeah.
Just swallow him, and then when you're done traveling, just
vomit
spit
enough
him
to
back
empty
up.
your stomach of acid.
Yeah.
Because you drink so much water.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's a David Blaine stunt.
Or just hold them in your mouth, you know. If just make sure you don't get a pat down, because
Then squish your cheeks and you just spit them out.
it wouldn't really work out that well.
If we end up doing the podcast weekly,
Yeah.
we gotta get a Ricky report.
Oh,
We do have a Ricky report.
right now he's hanging out in the log.
Does he like the log?
Oh, he likes the log. I might give him an upgrade because I have an extra tank.
Oh.
Give him an extra log.
Yeah,
Dude, an extra log?
Just
two
keep
logs.
adding
Well, is that
logs.
where the heater is?
I don't think so, actually.
So I
think it's-
remember Clifford was talking about how much the beta fish like the heat.
Yeah. Which I mean,
Yeah.
I get that.
I had a
Like,
brain
it's the
fart
reason-
when you said Clifford.
Big Red Dog?
No,
Yeah, I was like,
No, it's a friend of ours, Cliff.
a good friend. Cliff.
Damn.
Well, he's kind of a good friend. He's kind of a
So-
good friend. He's a little interesting.
He's an interesting character.
He's
Yeah.
very interesting, man.
He's a fascinating.
Yeah,
Dude, Cliff got blown.
he supplied me with
on,
weed all
on
the time.
Instagram.
He got blown. Whoa, what happened?
Just in Marlboro Misconfessions.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that shit was wild. That shit went bad, you know.
Fill me
I
in.
still want to
Let's
know.
let's guys, we should read out some of it. Oh no, I think
That's a bad
is
idea.
that like privacy stuff,
the-
you
Yeah,
know?
that's
Yeah.
privacy
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, maybe
Anyway.
not. Maybe not.
We can-
Basically,
we
it
can do
was
summary,
for those who don't know, the Mystic Confessions was a place where you could anonymously post about Marlboro on Instagram, and there was a lot about Cliff.
Yeah, there was a lot. It was really funny because some of the shit people were talking about negatively, he had like bragged about to us.
Yeah.
Nothing against Cliff. He's
yeah.
a really nice guy, but it was funny that he was all talking a big game, and then like everyone was complaining about it. You know,
Hmm.
It's
I've
funny.
never met anybody who has been more
Like open about his
his,
sexuality. Yeah.
Yeah.
I sort of respect it.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, in a way, I
yeah,
do
like,
too.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
and I like listening to
Yeah.
it. It's like, whoa.
It makes me feel uncomfortable. I gotta be.
Yeah, it was widely educational, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
yeah.
say- I'll say the
Sometimes
only
the most
thing-
important.
The only thing
Yeah,
for
the
me
mo-
that was a little hard is I'm not like super accepting of polyamorous relationships.
Mm.
That's just
Yeah.
something
Yeah,
that like I
me
was
too.
raised in a manner that it's hard for me to comprehend
Yes.
or wrap my mind around.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like
Yes.
that was definitely like a big part of Cliff's adventures at Marlboro. So
Exactly.
I couldn't
Yeah,
help but,
definitely.
I couldn't help but feel a little biased against him in some manners.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
But he's-
yes.
you know-
he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. And Cliff, if you end up hearing this, you know, we all love you.
I'll give you
I
a
don't-
big, dude. I'll give you a big kiss the next time I see you. All right,
I'll give you a smooch on the lips for 3 seconds. All right.
Cliff,
I don't
if you
know
dude.
wanna-
if you
I
are-
have, we gotta make it as gay as possible.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Cliff, if you
you
wanna
know. Yeah, no.
right some wrongs, you got 6 hot and ready boys right here.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know.
And
you are Cliff,
Once we
but-
release our merch, you can, you know, buy it.
Yes. We'll forgive you when you buy it.
Yeah.
Merch and subscribe to Matt on Twitch.
Oh,
Yo, is this the shameless plug moment?
Plug,
When I
plug,
don't
plug.
Stream?
Yeah,
I
plug.
don't stream. All right, so the one thing that I'm gonna be on and off doing during the virus is
Fortnite.
streaming. It just depends on how fucking tired I am after work.
Stream Mordhau, bro.
I'll see if my computer can handle that actually.
All right, Fortnite,
But if
Roblox.
you guys actually watched this long enough and didn't fucking log off by now, TTV/Bahuchi, BAHOOCHIE, garbage content, by the way.
Do you play
don't
Wizard
even have-
101?
Oh shit, bro. I used to play the shit out of that game.
I can't afford the subscription right now, dude. But if you support me on Twitch, bro, maybe I could for the fans.
Yeah. Everyone's
Yeah.
asking, do you play Marvel Strike Force?
Oh my god, please. No more mobile game ads. I'm tired of those. They're so
Raid, Dare, Shadow Legend.
Okay, the one thing I will say is Raid Shadow Legends is the only mobile ad that I get that isn't just really bad showings of the game.
Yes.
That's
Like,
true.
they
They
have-
do
I have
actually put
those-
effort into their ads.
They have
They're
like,
like,
the weird like animated like story times of just like
That's like let's like little skits. At least it's not like, hey guys, here's this mobile game where there's no actual gameplay. It's just like a literal time hole.
Yeah.
Kinda
Have
fun.
you guys
pay to win. It's so much fun.
games so
Have you
garbage.
guys gotten?
Did you guys ever play Clash of Clans?
Oh,
I played it in
Yeah,
I played
like
it.
elementary school, middle school.
Man,
I played it for like 4
Oh.
months and I was like, this is too
Yeah.
much effort and time to just make the base look
Exactly.
It's not. It wasn't fun. Is the thing. Like,
free to
It
play
wasn't
only gets you
fun.
so far.
yeah,
Like you have to sink money into like a free to play game that requires you to sink money into it to actually like get somewhere within like a month's time period is not a healthy game for someone.
Yeah. Well, I remember
No.
reading about like the #1 player of Clash of Clans, and he was like, it was basically his whole life. Like,
Yeah. You just dumped your wallet into it.
Yeah, he had spent like thousands on it, and he always had the game open so that nobody could attack his village and everything.
Oh boy.
And it's like, for what? For like being #1 on like a mobile game.
How old is he?
Guys,
Probably,
my
like,
dick is the
Yeah.
biggest.
That's the
How
grind, dude.
old is he? That's my question.
He's 12.
Yeah, I don't know. He was in his. I think he was in his 20s because he like lived on his own. But
Dude, imagine like trying to date
yeah,
and all.
you're like,
Imagine-
so what do you do in your spare time?
attacking plane.
Just literally just Clash of Clans. That's
Yeah,
all
what's
my
what's your
spare
job?
time.
What's your job? What do you do? Well, I game.
Imagine
I'm
being
my
in
battle
the middle
station
of, like,
already.
Imagine being in the middle of like getting some head, and you just get an alert on Clash of Clans.
And then the girl goes,
The girl whips on her phone.
"Poggers."
She's the one attacking you. You're like,
Yeah.
fuck.
It's like you've been sabotaged.
Yeah. How many guys play PUBG?
I haven't touched that game in
Anyone?
I
fucking
played
almost a year.
PUBG Mobile on my computer with an emulator and
Oh fuck.
and then I
yeah.
uninstalled.
I gotta go, boys.
Oh, okay. We should probably end the podcast there. It's been a long time.
Yeah,
That's true.
it's getting too long. But
Yeah.
it was
We
fun
gotta do
talking
this
to you
again.
guys.
Let's do this again next week.
Yeah,
Okay.
we
Yeah.
should.
I'm down. I'm down.
One last shameless plug. Actually,
Yeah.
for recreation, there is actually recreation coffee, so you can buy us coffee.
Fuck yeah.
It goes to my
Oh my
PayPal
Oh
God.
currently,
yeah.
but
Oh, what? We didn't discuss this.
Whoa, whoa.
Taking all the control. I see.
well, here's the thing.
Well, Alex and I will meet up for coffee and give you.
So what I'm planning on doing is trying to find a way to either make an online wallet for all of us, or redistribute any donations that come.
Redistribute
through
wealth.
Yeah.
the coffee. So,
It's bold of you to assume we're gonna get donations, but
dude,
Hey,
whatever.
hey, don't disbelieve. Don't disbelieve.
$3 can be split a lot of ways.
Yeah,
yeah.
it can get me like a quarter of a sandwich, my dude.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we'll pause it
Alright,
there.
guys.
All right.
I have
Alright,
stories.
Matt, hit him with the outro.
Oh, you want me to hit him with the outro?
Do it. Yeah. Say
Do
your
Do
line.
it.
You know, the funny one.
The
Say your catchphrase.
Yeah, your classic line, Matt. Come on.
uh,
We all know
Uh,
what it is.
all right. I got you. I'll hit you with like 2 or 3 at the same time.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
A, this stream was booty butt cheeks, and B, it was full of donkey dicks. But that's about it, Chief.
Wait, those are his lines.
Those are. Anyway, I guess I have to give an outro. Here's a proper one. Thanks for tuning in. I guess. Fucking, don't be communist. All right, that's an important struggle. And ooh, hey, piece of pineapple, nice.
You're not gonna share, bro.
Sorry.
Yeah, what the hell?
So let me see if I remember
Yeah.
people's names right. There's a Tobias. He's a
Yes.
cool dude. Eamon, he's a pretty cool dude. Was it Adam or Alex? Alex?
Patrick.
Yeah,
No, this is Patrick.
I believe it. Asian guy who I can't remember his name. I'm really sorry.
God.
Guys,
Yeah, we'll go with
it's
God.
me,
Thanks God for tuning in.
Oh,
And
oh man.
good luck, Mr. No Nut November, but in
Yeah.
June.
Fuck
Or
yeah.
May. I can't remember your name either. I'm sorry.
You know, Taylor. It's no nut for life. That's what we're going for.
Oh, okay. All right. See
So,
you in Valhalla, my dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
You boys.
Alright.
It,
Smell you later, alligators.
Yep.
Uh,
easy peasy.
See you guys.